Okay, take 2 on using area and perimeter formulas. Yesterday was a little tricky, so we decided to break this into 2 parts and go back and look at what the parts of a perimeter are and what the parts of area are. So if we look at our notes, hopefully they're glued into your notebook, all right, on the next new page, again, formula, okay, is a rule or recipe, right? We talked about recipes yesterday, written with math symbols. So a formula, it's going to be a recipe we're going to follow to find either the perimeter or the area. We need to know what the L, the fancy cursive L, means. That means length, all right? And the cursive W means width. Length is going to be how long something is, left to right. And width is going to be how wide it is, up and down, okay, on paper. So we are going to use our highlighter to highlight the definitions, all right? So formula is a rule or recipe written with math symbols, okay? Length is the L, W is width. All of these are recipes for perimeter, okay? That's what this is saying right down here. All of these are recipes for finding the length of the whole outside of the rectangle. So I put dotted lines here. It means we're just finding the length all the way around the outside. We're not finding what's inside. We're finding all the way around the outside. We can do that lots of ways, okay? And we can find it by adding the length plus the width plus the length plus the width, right? That's what this one would be. Totally fine to use that one. You could also find it using adding up the length plus the length plus the width plus the width. That's what L plus W, right? If you know how long this is, you know that this is the same length because it's a parallelogram and opposite sides are the same length. So if this was 5, this is going to be 5. If this is 10 centimeters, this is 10 centimeters. Same with width. If the width over here is 3, then the width over here is 3, okay? Because it's like that, we could also use this third formula. All of these are the same thing, but we could multiply length times 2, okay? So let's pretend, you don't have to write this, but let's pretend this length is 6, and this width is 4. Okay, if I did that and I was using this formula right here, okay, 2L, well, what's 2 times 6? Because I would have 6 here and 6 here. 2 times 6 is 12. Okay, plus, it says 2L plus 2W. Well, W width is 4. So 2 4s is going to be 8. So I'm going to do 12 plus 8, which equals 20. All right, units all the way around. That means 6 plus 4 plus 6 plus 4 is 20. All right, I just used a shorter way to get there. 6 times 2 and plus 4 times 2. I could also do it this way. These 2 last formulas for perimeter, add the 6 plus 4 together because they're in parentheses, length plus width, and then I multiply that sum, the answer of that equation, 10, times 2. Here it just says it first, length plus width times 2. All right, so 6 plus 4 is 10. 6 plus 4 equals 10, and 10 times 2 equals 20. All of these are going to get you the exact same answer. You get to pick whichever one you like, whatever one you think is easiest to find the perimeter, but the most important part is we are finding the outside edge, okay? All right, so now we're moving down to area. okay? Area, both of these formulas here, okay, are for area. And it says both of these are recipes or formulas for how much space is inside a rectangle. Let's highlight the word inside, okay? Inside a rectangle. Area is how many square units make up the whole inside. This is really important to know that this number has to do with how many actual squares. How many actual squares take up the inside of the shape, okay? In this case, the rectangle. We need to know the length times the width, okay? Length times width is going to give us how many squares are on the inside. Just like an array where we multiply length times width, or how many rows of how many pieces, right? So here's 3 rows of 5. This row has 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? We can do 5 times 3 or 3 times 5, because I could look at it this way. I have 5 columns of 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. But the biggest thing to know is that when I do it, I have 3 times 5 is 15. 15. But it's not just 15 units, it's 15. Each one of those is a unit squared. So it is unit with a little number 2 up there, 15 units squared, because each one of those squares, each one of these squares is 1 unit wide by 1 unit long. All right, so I have 15 of these little squares, and each one is a square. So I have to put that little 2 up there because they are square units. Okay? All right, you're going to do an activity after this. So your notes are done. You've put these notes in there. You've highlighted what you needed to. You wrote what you needed to. And now you're going to work on an activity. All right? Thanks so much.